Hello, spiritual seekers. It's Sid, Spiritual Muse here, Crystals of Quartz on Instagram. We're here again to talk about another full moon, the second full moon in the month of October 2020. So, crazy year, right? We have a full moon, the second full moon of the month, which means it's a blue moon, hence why I'm wearing blue, which is also on Halloween. So the veil is thin, we got a full moon, and it's a blue moon, which means it's even more powerful because it's the second one. So it's like a double energy month, right? Double release is what full moons are all about, us releasing, right? So light yourself a bonfire, hang out outside on Halloween, and write a list of the things you're trying to release and toss it in that fire, right? So what's Taurus about, right? Because this is a Taurus blue moon. It's at 10:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the moon is perfectly full. So you can actually go out the night before. So Friday night would be a great night to do some moon work because the moon is still, growing to that full point, and you could really do it ahead of time. So a little bit before or maybe early in the morning. It's okay too to go and just do your releasing ceremony, right? Maybe you want to wake up in the morning, a little before 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast, you can get up really early and just start by thinking about the stuff you want to release and just allow yourself to just maybe take a nice bath and just allow it to release into the water. I'm just giving you all the ritual ideas today because there's so many different things you can do and it's all up to you what you want to do. But anyway, to get back into the fact that this is in Taurus. So what is Taurus all about? Taurus is the bull, right? Sometimes they're a little bit stubborn. Sometimes they can be seen as a little bit lazy, but really they're very deliberate. They move slowly because they have a plan. They're deliberate, stable, and grounding. So they dig those hooves and they're set on the path, right? So you can set yourself on a new path with this Taurus energy, or you can really allow yourself to dig deeply into your morals and the things you stand for and just allow yourself to work on that and work on being the best version of yourself and letting the rest fall behind, right? So just be really deliberate during this full moon and allow yourself to feel the stability, right? It could be a very stable time. You also may have this tendency towards laziness, right? You may not want to go anywhere. You may not want to do anything. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you go and you do things and you maybe don't go, but taking this energy, you may be able to move things into a more stable place. Or if you even just work on yourself, jot stuff down, just, think about doing something, but also just being as well is going to be a really powerful thing to do during this full moon. So what else is going on? We have the sun opposite Uranus, which is going to be about working through differences, reform, and motivation. We're going to have the sun trine Neptune, which is about lucky ideas. So lucky ideas are going to come about. So maybe you're going to run into someone or have a chance communication with someone that's going to spark an idea. And maybe that person you may not normally have had much connection with. Maybe you have some differences. Maybe you can work through those differences and they can help to give you motivation. We also have the moon conjunct Uranus. So we got a lot going on with Uranus. So Uranus is about change, right? So this is going to be about an emotional change. Emotions are possibly changing at this time. So be careful because you're in flux emotionally. And the Taurus energy can help to ground that emotion, right? Then we have Mercury square Jupiter, which is going to be bringing some tense communication, but that's going to lead to growth. So again, don't shy away from things, right? But just stand firmly in the ground with who you are. So I guess what I was trying to say in the beginning was don't run away from things. Be open to trying new things, but allow yourself to just know at the core of yourself who you are and that stable aspect of yourself. It's that came through a little bit better there. We also have Mercury, which is retrograde, square Saturn, which is going to bring about mental restriction and tension. So there's going to be some issues again with this Mercury square because Mercury's already in retrograde and then we're squaring Saturn, right? So there's going to be mental restriction and tension. So we're going to have trouble thinking at this time And if we have communication, it might be coming out weird, and we have issues that are going to lead to tension because we're not saying things the way we want to. We might be saying things that aren't exactly what we feel because we have this change in emotions that are happening. We might realize that we don't know as much as we think we do too. We may put our foot in our mouth a little bit. But when that happens, if we can just be humble, right? Because Taurus is pretty humble. If we can be humble about it and allow ourselves to be like, you know what, I was wrong, then we can move forward and really have a nice transformation with this Uranus energy. We also have Venus trine Saturn, which is happy. Trines are happy. So it's going to bring about love and positivity. That's going to help with these restrictions, right? So it's possible that, you might say the wrong thing to the wrong person, but they're going to probably, hopefully, if it's the right person, be okay with it and to help you work through whatever it was that you were misunderstanding or whatever issue you guys had. You're going to be able to work through it because Venus is in the sky helping you out with that loving energy, right? So a little love to coat that restriction that's going on. And then we have Venus opposite Chiron as well. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's all about how we work through our own pain in order to heal ourselves and to heal others. So it's going to be about working through things that hurt us in our relationships, right? So we're going to have some uncomfortable conversations possibly with the people in our lives about how we feel and what hurts us. So, not to bring up the election, but the election is coming up. We may have issues with people in our personal lives when we're talking about what we're going to do in terms of voting, that sort of thing. By the way, please go vote. I don't care who you vote for, but please vote because your voice matters, and it's important that we all go out and do our part or mail it in, whatever, although Mercury is in retrograde, so I foresee some interesting things happening there. But basically, this is a really important time for you to work through things, and even if Mercury is in retrograde, we can still have communication about our needs if we do it in a thoughtful way, right? So maybe do some journaling first and then have a conversation, a tough conversation with the people in your life. Have a conversation. Maybe you can change someone's mind about who they're voting for if you talk to them in a loving, kind way using that Venus trine Saturn, right? It may be something that doesn't feel easy. That's going to give you a little bit of sort of like lubrication on those tough gears that are spinning. Sometimes when we bump heads, like the Taurus stubbornness, right? It can feel a little bit difficult. This is going to help us a little bit with those communications. And then we have Mars doing some squares in the sky at this time too. And Mars is like the warrior, right? And Mars is square Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, okay? That's a lot of square energy. Squares are about tension. This is really going to be about this battle that's going on in our society. So that's going to maybe be a little bit difficult. There's going to be a lot of tough stuff going on. But if we can, work through our emotions and have this tense communication, we can really lead it to growth. I think there's going to be a lot of societal change happening that's stemming from this time. It's already started. That we've been saying this for a lot of our moon videos for a while now. There is a lot of change happening, especially societal change, and it's making us question ourselves and our internal beliefs and our belief systems and those relationships that we have and what our family thinks. It's like, get with the program already, right? And that's this battle that we've been battling for, and it looks like it's going to come to a head here at the end of the month around the election. I'm going to film a video. I've been putting this off, but I'm going to film a video on the presidential election as well. Shoot me a comment if you really want to see it, because it'll force me to kind of get those gears rolling. That's going to be a tense time too. Around this full moon, it's a couple days before the election, and we have the election. It's going to be crazy. So anyway, allow yourself to feel the stable Taurus energy. Allow yourself to release what isn't serving you on this full moon. Enjoy your Halloween, whatever that means. Whether it means dressing up and hanging out in your kitchen, whether it means taking your kids and doing one of those trunk or treat things. I don't know what they actually call it, but just go have fun. Allow yourself to, or stay home and have fun, but don't let this stuff bog you down. It's a full moon on Halloween, so allow yourself to really enjoy it, right? Use that Taurus energy to be stubborn. Like, I'm going to have a good Halloween anyway, regardless. And, you know, make some memories. Make a quarantine Halloween memory, or go do something that's safe, right? So, all right, guys, I'm going to get going because this was a longer video than my usual, but I love you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic blue moon Halloween. Samhain. It's going to be magic, and you're going to have so much fun, and you're going to release everything you need to. And yeah, I'll be back next time with probably next up will be the election video, right? Because that's chronologically the next chart I have to do. Ow, wish me luck. Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Blah, 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 blah. Mercury's got me going crazy. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And we'll talk to you soon. Make sure you hit subscribe if you like this video, and come back for the next one. Mwah.